That is some good coffee. Now, just to let you know, this is the second time I've had to do this. The first time, well, the first time we had a little incident with somebody that I guess just didn't like the way I do things, so they decided to report me for misinformation or misleading the public or something about that. I don't know. All I do is talk about charts. I'm just a weirdo, and all I do is talk about charts. So I don't know what else there is to say about that. Um, Other than the fact that, hey, I'm back here talking about charts again. Yeah, some weirdo decided to quote me for false information. I don't even know what they're talking about because all I did was talk about 30-year bonds. I really did. I talked about 30-year bonds for a while. Anyways, it's about New York Killzone time, which means things are about to happen. So I guess I'll go ahead and switch over to some charts and we'll see what is going on. First, I want to throw you over to Ethereum. I jumped into this one a little bit early since I've been pretty much been doing this all night and I've been staying awake. Again, jumped into Ethereum a little bit early. I thought I saw an opening where I thought where the little yellow lines are. Once we see them right here in the middle. Whenever it was starting to come down this way, right, I decided that I thought maybe that we were closing on a gap and we could probably enter there and then it would probably turn around and go the other way. Not taking into consideration that there were other factors below this that I should have taken into consideration. Some of those being, one of them being a bullish order block that is right here. That I do have extremely outlined. Actually, I should probably make that even a little bit more bold. Not the long position, but the actual, this itself. The text here, let's make it a little bit about 16. That right there, it could possibly come down and touch that. It is New York Killzone. And what I was thinking is that I don't really know how New York Killzones work for crypto, but the way I'm seeing things is that even though it may be slightly down a slope, this may be considered a bull flag, but I don't really fall for flags or things of that nature. I just look for things that I think can possibly push me up or push down. And then looking over here and saying we have broken market structure here, right? You see this big gold line right here, right? We broke this market structure. The red line broke market structure. Green line was breaking market structure. This whole green outfit was breaking market structure. I can probably get rid of that. And then you had this little consolidation here. What did it do? Broke market structure. And then even after it got to this high, it pulled down and then it pulled up. And what did it do? It broke market structure and then fell down fast. But then again, what did it do? Pull up. This time it did not break market structure. This is when I did get in, right? And then after I realized it wasn't going to go get past market structure is when I started taking profits. And so I am no longer in this. Well, let me see here if I am in this trade. I am in this trade. And my stop loss is down here. So I do have another buy limit though set down here where this order block is at 1750.50 basically. So in case it does pull down just a little bit more, and it does look like it has been slowly but surely coming down. I do believe that once it comes down, it hits this area here. If it does, now it does have to hit there's a gold line I have here too. The gold line was meant for, you know, if it does hit it, it could pop back up and it could go the other way, right? And this is just from studying and lots of studying. This is what price action does, and it can do. Just things I've noticed here and there. So it could pop that and pop the other way. And then, so that's one thing I looked at. And then just below it, you have another one like that. It could pop that and pop the other way. Thing is that since I am adding more to the position here, if we do go below this position, I won't be losing out that much from here to here, just because there's so much to unpack over here that would be almost impossible to fall all the way down to this kind of gapish area right here, which is around 1700. Quite the fall, right? From where we're at now, right where we're at now is about 1770. I mean, that's possible, but I don't think it's doable. So of course, now I have my first take profit as the first high, second take profit as the next high, which would be around 1881, and then after that I'll probably have about 70% of the profits taken. And then after that, I have these marked up as well to take profits from. Those are from either from Fibonacci's or from other previous highs prior to this. So that's what I'm looking at as far as it comes to Ethereum. Get ready. It is lower than right. See, they always tell me it was higher. Last time I had 2500 and it was telling me it was higher than recommended. Now they're telling me my current bit rate of 1155.7 is lower than recommended. So I put 1,000. Now 1,000's too low. I don't know. This thing's always telling me something's wrong. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm gonna smoke because it's my show. One thing I have been looking at is GBP JPY. Now, the reason I've been looking at this is because I honestly thought whenever it was going to get down in between this green line and this line right here, I was looking at it when it was way above here, and I was thinking it could possibly hit this, right? Because there were these two highs right here. It possibly hit this and then use that as support and then bounce back off and then move upwards. But now that we have kind of free fallen through all of this, what I'm thinking is that now that it's New York kill time, New York zone kill time, what more than likely is going to happen is that we are probably going to see a push up until we get to that area, right? Which I don't know when that would be. It may be easier for me to just buy until we get to that area, and then once we get to that area, and then sell. Especially since it's Friday. Fridays are known for not really being the most productive of all things. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's a good idea. So let's head and let's do a market. And let's do a market. Let's go ahead and buy. Then I'll fix everything here in just a second. Alright, so now that I've bought, I want to protect my position. What do I want it to go under? That's the question. Well, already hit that right there, which was the that right there was a sorry, I think I've lost my words. I'm tired right now. A bullish anyways, it's a bullish order block. That's what they're called. Let me see if I can find. All right, that's probably where I would want to protect. So I click on this and I want to modify it. Stop loss would be there. No, doesn't want to modify there. Did I hit sell or did I hit buy? There we go. Okay, never mind. I must have hit the wrong button. Luckily you can just switch things. Because everything else you can't just switch things. Okay, so I want to buy here. Where do I want to sell? Now, what I did is I took a Fibonacci, right, and it placed it from the highest point to the lowest point. Now, bodies only, not wicks, because wicks can vary depending on what broker you have. The volume, the bodies of the volume are pretty much almost always going to be the same. So if it is going to go back up this way, I actually have the sell limit placed right at the 0.68. So I mean, I don't want to get it right there just in case it misses both. But if it does fall back, where do I want it to fall back to? That's a good question. I would probably, because I feel like it's gonna have a hard time trying to get through the over here. You have this big sideways motion, right? Feeling it can. I don't want to make it too easy. Make it to the 50. 50 is good. Perched on to a tree next to him. Well, almost like a little bird sitting here next to him is like the 151,605. Big profit. That way it gives it enough room to make the profit in case it does come up and hit this thing. At least I don't lose either way. I can win one way and may lose the other way. Second. Let's look at Ethereum. Look at another buy limit. Still am in NASDAQ, and I was going up. Fell down to where I thought it was going to. Right, it fell a little bit lower than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to fall to 1280. I entered in right around here. Came down, and now it is on its way up. And then I don't know if it's going to get there. Right now, it could turn around, which is the sad part. But instead of focusing on NASDAQ, I focus on something else. Odd USD. I use that one. That one. 15 minutes. This one. Actually, I want to check out Steve. once it also fell, I want to see what it did to fall. Looks like it came close, but it didn't break the high. Generally, they want to do so. Maybe this was a retracement, right? Around 10 o'clock last night, falls down here. This seems like almost like a turnaround. Because this, if we look at it there, maybe from A, almost fell right to the 0.618. It does exclude the wicks. Do you want to market or buy this? B would be the stop loss. Close, but hopefully we can make it up, getting up this high. If not, both of these highs, maybe to the 127. Go for 140467. Go for way too many that I probably shouldn't be. See how we're doing down here. Like, as one's going well. Still, the other one's not going well. I have to think about, where am I going wrong? Not where am I going wrong, but what else to do next. Because Ethereum is pretty much going the wrong way. Not only is it going the wrong way, I think it picked up the area that I thought it was going to pick up. No, it hasn't done that just yet. That's the bad part. Well, we'll have to see what we can make up for it with. Right, how about this SPX? SPX has been doing well this week. Did take quite a dive, it looks like. Let me see. Yesterday around noon, started coming backwards. Overnight this morning, 5 o'clock, looks like it starts taking a turn. The reason it took a turn is because it probably looks like yesterday during the day. Higher powers. Definitely some higher powers. Like Superman got it underneath it or something. Pushed it all the way up. Right where the bell ended. Barely let down. So it's almost right at that point. Bell almost ended and it needs an extra push. Question is that push going to be just in it there, or question? Telling myself that I think it's going to go up. I don't see any reason for it, especially when you look at it as far as price is concerned. Look through all of this, don't see many gaps except for through here. This is about the only place that I would see a gap in. There. Come on now. Help me out here, help me out here. Sorry, hear it out there for a second. Hey, conscious vegan. Trading anything and everything. Where was I at? That was at SPX actually. Trying to figure out what to do with it. And it looks like it came down into an area earlier this morning that would want to take a turn. So yeah, it looks like it's already on its way up, and SPX and both NAS have been both making their way up all week. Sometimes Fridays can be downturns, but they both left this. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this might be all-time highs. Is that correct? Am I correct on this? No. Okay, here's their all-time high. So it got close to the all-time high yesterday. Right? Didn't get close, didn't get there yesterday. But the question is, could it get there today? So I'm laying out the highs. See, and to look at the different gaps that they have left. Second. I get my thoughts together here. These are, especially when it comes to indices, these are not to be taken lightly. I feel like this happened just the other day. Came close up to it as soon as the bell started. Still have about an hour and a half left until the bell. Could do is it could jump through the bell, or it could jump through the gap, pull down, and it go back up. Or what I've seen is it get right to the top of it and then drop slowly and then go back the other way. Now, granted, these aren't the year. This is 2713, so it's not that great of a difference. You don't see many gaps. This one pulled up. Whenever this one did pull back, it entered in, dropped, pulled back again. I just don't know if it's going to do it a third time or not. So I think it will, though. I think everybody's on the edge right now about like the whole stock market thing, especially about like what happened this week when everything fell down and everything was like, oh, it wiped out a year's worth of, since January 1st.